We're doing a oil change on the DR350 today. It's a pretty simple oil change. First thing I do is I warm up the engine, 5-10 minutes at tops. I've already drained the oil today, so all you will need is a 17mm socket. There's a bolt under here. I'll edit a picture into it. Next thing, you'll need an 8mm socket as well for these nuts here. I've already loosened this off, so there's no time wasting. So we'll pull this off quickly. Remember, there's a spring behind here, so keep a bit of pressure on it so it don't twang off. There's your spring. There's your oil filter. So the next thing, you don't have to do this, but it's good practice. So you can unscrew that circlip. That's usually a 7mm socket or a flathead screwdriver. So you see that's loose. Give this pipe a bit of a jiggle. Watch, there'll be some oil residue in it still. And you can see there's a nut on there. That's a 19 spanner. So we'll see if we can get this off. There you go. Just loosened her off. Just undo here. There we go. Bit oily. Oh, dripping it on the carpet. So as you can see, it's got like a mesh on it. And this mesh is looking pretty clean. As you can see, there's a little bit of grime in there, but other than that, it looks nice and clean. So I'll be putting that back in. No need for a good clean off, but if your engine has got all bits of metal in it, that's where it will go sit. You screw that back on. You want to tighten that back up with your spanner. As I said, this bit doesn't need to be done, but it's always good practice to get it done out the way, and you know your engine's not got loads of gunk and crap in it. Just double check that's nice and tight. Like that. Don't have to be stupid tight, but you don't want it coming out, especially with these engines being a single. They vibrate quite a lot. So now over to the oil filter. Pretty self-explanatory. As you can see, it did come out one way. One end's got a hole in it, one end's blanked off. So the end with the hole needs to face into the engine. And you just make sure your spring's on it, pop that back on there. With these bolts as well, make sure they're all tightened down nice and evenly. So you'll need an 8mm for that, and preferably some gloves, but I don't often wear gloves unless it's real mucky. But you get real greasy tools, you get greasy hands, especially if you go in the house with greasy clothes on. Your missus ain't happy, is she? So you just nip these on. As you can see, I'm going from corner to corner, just nipping it, each one up a little bit, nip it up a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Just go around, just give it not even quarter turn. They're all nice and tight. Lovely. Okay, next thing is fitting the oil. As I've got some rock oil For the DR350, I'd recommend getting proper motorbike oil, 10W40 semi-synthetic. Try and pick a brand that you recognise. And okay, now we'll be putting the oil in the bike. Here's your dipstick. That goes in there. Oh, just bloody dropped it. Where's that gone? There we go. Okay, I didn't drop it in the oil, it's still on the floor. So I've managed to find some leftover oil from the last service I did. Motul, still good oil. Don't matter if you're mixing it, but as long as it's not out different. So it's a bit fiddly to get your funnel in there, but what? Oh, I haven't even pulled the thing out, have I? There's the stopper. So this bike actually needs 1.9 litres. So there's a litre in this, so just pour this straight in. And then I've already measured 900ml for the next one. So that's the first litre in. So that's that. So that should have dribbled a little bit. Where's me? Just got my rag. It's a bit awkward to get a funnel in it, to be fair. There we go. I've just got oil everywhere. So now you'll put your dipstick back in. As you can see, you just need to start the bike up for 10 seconds, 10-15 seconds. So should just fire up. Okay, that's all she needs. And then you give it a minute or two for the oil to settle, and then you'll put your dipstick back in and check if you've got the right amount of oil. Okay, I've let it sit for 5 minutes. Now, just undo the dipstick. Pull it out. Wipe it dry. And you just poke it in. Do not screw it in. Just like that. You pull it back out. As you can see, I don't know if you can see that. That's bang on. Lovely stuff. And there you go. That's a no messing DR350 oil change. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like and comment.